What's up, Guiding Bolt fans? This is Nick. Thank you for joining me for another Codewars Python training challenge. Today we're going to be seeing if we can solve simple string characters. So let's go ahead and just jump right in. It says in this kata we'll be given a string and our task will be to return a list of ints detailing the count of uppercase letters, lowercase, numbers, and special characters as follows. And then it gives us a, looks like just a test example here. So basically, looks like we're going to be passing in this string, which is just a bunch of random gibberish, and then we're going to try to iterate over that string and then get a count of all of these. And it looks like this is a hard-coded order, so it doesn't look like we don't need to sort it like ascending or descending order. We're just going to have it be in uppercase, lowercase, number, and then special character. So that should be pretty easy. Let's go ahead and grab the function here, or the portion of the function that they've provided us, and let's go ahead and jump over into PyCharm, paste that into there, and then let's go ahead and start solving this. And actually, let's go back over to Codewars and let's steal one of their examples just so we don't have to type something out. So let's go ahead and take this first one here. We'll just go ahead and copy that. And that will be what we're going to go ahead and pass into our function. And let's make sure that we put it in parentheses on that though. So we're going to be calling the solve function and then passing in this string right here and then seeing if we can get an accurate count. So I'm thinking probably, let's see here, pause for a minute while I think. Thinking the easiest way to do this is just to use a for statement, probably to iterate over each one of the characters in the string. And then what we'll do is as we're iterating over those, we'll just go ahead and be compiling a count of all the different categories that we want. So to start this off, let's go ahead and just create some blank variables that'll be our placeholders. So we're going to go ahead and use, let's say, upper for uppercase, and that'll be equal to 0 currently. Lower, that's going to be equal to 0. Let's do digit next, equal to 0, and then special characters equal to 0. And then let's go ahead and start our for loop. So we're going to say for, let's say for character, or for char in S, or the string. And then let's go ahead and then after we drop down into the for loop, we'll just start a whole bunch of if elif statements and then end on an else statement. So let's go ahead and say if char, and let's actually, we're going to use the some of the built-in methods for strings. So we're going to say if char, and it's going to be a string because each one of these is going to be considered a string as it's passed in, even though it's only a single. Let's messed up. Let's go ahead and change that back there. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and call a method for each one of these. So if char.is, you can see the ones that we have available. So we have is upper, is digit, is lower. So that's all the ones that we need. Alphanumeric, that's not, I'm looking for something for special characters. There might, so that might be the little trick to this one, is that there isn't a specific one for special characters that I'm aware of. So, but we can use at least 3 built-in methods that are already there. So if char.is upper, then we want to, what did I do? Let's go back over to kata. There we go. So if char.is upper, then we're going to say that upper is equal to upper plus 1. And let's actually, we're going to do it this way. Same way we did in the last one. So we'll say, we'll just kind of shorthand this a little bit. So upper plus equals 1, which is saying the exact same thing. But we don't want to do this twice, so we'll just go ahead and comment that one out, but you can use either one of these methods. So if it's upper, we'll go ahead and append upper. And then let's go ahead and create an elif statement. Char.is lower. Then we're going to say lower is equal, or plus equals 1. And then another elif, char, oops, keep hitting tab there. Elif char.is digit, then digit plus equal 1. And then how, let's see here, digit plus equals 1. and then we'll say else, and then what we'll do is we will just say special plus equals. So if it's not uppercase, it's not lowercase, and it's not a digit, then we'll finally account for our special characters, and we'll go ahead and append that right there. And then instead of passing, we're going to want to go ahead and return. And what are we going to return? We're going to return a list. And we should just be able to go ahead and, I think, let's return upper, lower, digit, special. Just like that, because that was the hard-coded order that we needed to return it in. And I think it doesn't look like we have any errors, at least nothing that's jumping out at us yet. No syntax issues anyways. Let's go ahead and give this a run and see what we get. We'll go ahead and print this out. Alright, so we got 1, 18, 3, and 2. So we should have one uppercase, which is true for C there. It doesn't look like there's any other uppercase. 18 lowercase. We're just going to assume that's right. I'm not going to count all those. 3 digits, 1, 2, 3, so easy enough. And then 2 special characters, which should be our @ symbol and the period. So I think we are ready to go ahead and test this. Let's go ahead and copy this out of PyCharm. Hop back over to Codewars, and we'll just go ahead and paste right over the top of all this, and let's give this a test. Alright, so it looks like we passed 6. That's probably the 6 tests right here. So since we passed the test questions, let's go ahead and attempt this, and we'll see if we can get it on our first try. Awesome, look at that. So 6 out of 6, we passed those again, and then the random tests, it looks like it did 100 random tests, and we passed all of them. So that is awesome. That is exactly what we want. Let's go ahead and submit this and see how people smarter than myself solve this with a lot less code. Go ahead and click on submit. All right, so yeah, so I'm not going to go through much of these on while recording, but I am going to take a look at these for my own learning purposes. I highly recommend every time you solve a kata to go through all these and just kind of look at how other people solve them. That way you can just kind of just increase your knowledge and because there's always a better way to do it, right? So just go through and look at what some of the other people did, and yeah, just improve your skills. But I think we'll go ahead and end this video there. If you have any questions, drop it down below. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.